Faced with a child's illness, life stops overnight, and parents enter a world of fear and worry. For parents who don't live close to the medical care their child needs, there's an added stress: distance. Many families have to travel hours for treatment. Expenses can quickly add up. Long drives, lost wages, not knowing where they will sleep, being far from family and friends. What if this was your story? Well, this is ours. The Ronald McDonald House opened in 1984 in Lexington, Kentucky, with the mission of keeping families close to their sick children and the medical care they need. Guest families staying at our 21-bedroom house benefit from snacks and meals, laundry, and transportation, so they can focus on the health of their child. More recently, we opened the Ronald McDonald Family Room inside Kentucky Children's Hospital. Moments away from a child's bedside, the family room is a place to recharge so family members can be strong for their children. To further support the health needs of our neighbors, we have the Ronald McDonald Care Mobile program, which offers Eastern Kentucky's children free professional dental services and education aboard a state-of-the-art mobile clinic. Today, our 3 core programs are thriving. The house serves 500 families a year. The family room provides respite for 8,000 people annually. And Care Mobile has seen dental decay rates fall by 23%. In all, we serve over 10,000 people a year and are supported through over 20,000 volunteer hours. That's a lot of time, a lot of talent, and a lot of people doing important work. Our story is about people, and so are we. Will you join us?
Okay. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Just a second.
You're doing great. Rachel? No. Okay. There's an issue right there. Let's see.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
You're doing great, honey. You're doing great. No issues at all.
They can hear us.
Nothing we can't fix. They can hear me talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Can't quite see what I'm looking at.
They can hear me and Danny.
Wait, what?
That's what chat says.
Oh, I think they can hear Donald and Jillian. I think that's what.
Oh, Donald and Jillian. Not that D and J. Not the other D and J.
That's weird.
That would have been
Told you I was
weird
on,
if they would
everyone.
just hear us.
Oh, cool. They can
Stop
hear us
Okay.
saying all the rude things we were talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I cast the wrong spell.
Yeah, Monique, I told you not to cast that mass
I'm
silence
sorry,
spell.
I was aiming for Tasha's hideous laughter to get a good thing going and a good jovial mood, but I cast Cone of Silence, and for that I apologize. It's my first bard.
Okay, we'll try this again. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. This is Givers and Gamers Day 2. We're kicking it off. Our channel is Kentucky Fried Dice. I'm Donald, if you're new. I'm one half. The other half is Jillian, and she's taking care of the really difficult stuff upstairs. I'm just playing a game. So she's doing all the work today.
Thank you, Jilly.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So thank you everyone here for joining us. We'll get to who they are in just a second. We are raising money today for Ronald McDonald House Charities of the Bluegrass. And that's why we're all here. So we start every stream with what we call happy news. And it's going to be news that isn't stream related. It's not our personal lives. It's not talking about how cool sports teams are. It is just uplifting news in the world. Excuse me. That was a little stressful. So today's happy news is it is stream adjacent. Today's happy news is that people like everyone here exists in the world. None of our celebrity players are from Kentucky. None of them have any connection, as far as I know, to Lexington. Hardly anyone in chat has any connection to Lexington, and very likely no connection to this charity. But you're taking time out of your day to just do good in the world, and sometimes that's enough. And as difficult as things have been lately, it's really reassuring that you all exist and that you're here, and it means the world to us. So thank you all, and thank you, chat. And yeah, we appreciate it. So sorry to bring it down.
No, you're doing fine.
So let's go ahead and talk to our celebrity players today. So Joe, why don't you get started out? Who are you and who you playing?
All right, so I am Joe, also known as Phantom Meeple here on the Twitterverse. I am a variety streamer. I do retro games, modern games, and as of late, board games, which has been amazing. I just celebrated my 1-year affiliate anniversary yesterday, so hurrah for that. I will be playing a half-elf fighter named Sylvan Rose Ranzerwin. I always play a half-elf rogue named that. It's a character near and dear to my heart. And yeah, looking forward to it. By the way, Donald, I'm going to answer a question of yours that we were talking about before we went on. Remember how I said I was going to pay you back for inviting me to this D&D shindig?
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming back this quickly.
So all of my Twitch payouts go to charity. So my latest payout of $114 just went to you.
Oh, Joe.
That is not threatening.
I told you it wasn't threatening.
It was gonna be, but then it wasn't.
I'm gonna need some tissues if it keeps going like this, man. Thank you.
No, not at all. My pleasure. I got it. I got it on Monday. I'm gonna hang on to this till Saturday because it's a good cause. So it's my pleasure.
So that is 11 favors starting out for you all.
You're welcome, guys.
Yes.
Mo, tell us about yourself and your amazing character.
Hi, I'm Mo or Monique. Either way, I'm good. Today I'm going to be playing Avon Evernaut, who is a geeky librarian Dampier raised by nuns. We're gonna go save some people, have a good time. But this will be my first bard. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. So if you see me anywhere else, you've probably seen me singing around because that's what I like to do. Hi.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. Matthew, how about you? What you got?
My name is Matthew. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Finally, now I've said it. It's official. I am a YouTube kind of person and Twitch type of thing, doing board games and stuff. Yeah, that's me. There we go. Paula will
Talk
say
about a podcast? No, you talk about
I do podcasts as well. Thanks, Paula. You'll get it. And thanks, appreciate you. And I am playing a halfling rogue assassin who's a dangerous, dangerous man named Sweet Pea. And I'm here to kill people.
See, now that's threatening.
That is indeed.
Kill him with
love. Hi, my name is Paula Deming. I make board game sketch comedy called Things Get Dicey. Along with Matthew, I contribute to the YouTube channel Watch It Played. And we also stream a bunch of board games at twitch.tv/watchitplayed. We stream them on my channel, twitch.tv/Paula Deming, and soon to be streaming a bunch of variety content on twitch.tv/BlunderbussTV. Whew, that's a lot of streaming. Also, we make podcasts together. I'll talk about them. Matthew and I are both cast members of the podcast Death by Monsters, a comedy podcast all about monsters, mysteries, and the unknown. And we make a board game comedy panel show podcast called This Game is Broken. I do some other things too, but that's good. Today, I am playing a druid. I never played a druid before, but I've played a nature-based cleric in the past, and I thought, why not step it up to a druid today? I am a standard human. Nothing standard about me, but that's fine. It's a standard human here.
Gross!
Humans, boo!
I'm a bit of a hermit. I've spent a lot of time in seclusion, finding myself and my powers and hiding from people who might want to find me. And my name is Fiona Llewellyn. And yeah, I guess that's it for me.
That's amazing. Danny, tell us about yourself and your amazing character.
Wow. Hey, y'all. My name is Danny. My pronouns are he, him, and you can find me all over the net. The net. Who am I? The interwebs. The net. You can find me all over the internet at Brutal Dan. Currently, I'm in a few actual plays on Tuesday mornings. You can find me over on the One Shot Network, playing a actual play of Iron Edda Reforged at that same night. You can find me over on the Roll20 Twitch. We're playing a actual play of Haunted West by Chris Spivey. And then on Wednesdays, you can find me over on the Friends Who Roll Dice Twitch, playing a Urban Shadows 2nd edition actual play. And I'm also the community manager for Roll20. Today, I will be playing Eden Eversweet, who is a Loxodon. And if y'all don't know what a Loxodon is, it is a big elephant person. And I am playing Oath of Devotion Paladin, my first time ever. And I'm devoted to all things sweet and tasty. And I hold a big mace in my trunk. And I'm ready to smash things and eat cake.
That sounds amazing.
And if you notice the character art there on stream, that is all done by Burger Bun. So check out her Patreon, check out her Twitch channel. It is Burger Bun, and there's an art command there to give that out. Well, again, thank you all so much for joining us. So we're already up to 21 favors.
Wow,
so y'all are in good shape. So for every $10 you donate to Ronald McDonald House Charities of the Bluegrass, our players get one favor, and there's a little chart there. You can see how they can use those favors, and as those continue to climb, we'll just make up new ways. It's totally cool. We'll figure it out.
Give me all the favors, except no one pay attention to Hornist, who wants to know what donation level is required to make my character wild shape into a sloth.
Wow.
I'm gonna say
$750.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go. We have a price.
Okay, so here's the thing: in one donation, or if we reach that total today on the stream.
Ooh, good.
You're the one that's about to be the sloth.
Yeah, I think it's your decision, Paula.
If
yeah,
we
whatever
reach,
you call.
How what are we at right now? Like 200?
210.
210? Y'all, if we get to $750 before this stream is over, having been raised.
It just takes so long to transform back from a sloth.
I mean that would go a huge way towards helping the families and the amazing staff at the Ronald McDonald House Charities. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm going to. So in Central Kentucky, we had some ice storms a couple weeks ago, and the staff is so dedicated there. There were 2 of them who stayed the night to make sure those families had everything they needed. They stayed away from their families to take care of families, staying there to do their children being in the hospital. So they're incredibly dedicated, and they are some of the best people you'll ever meet. So you're doing it for the families, but you're also doing it for that staff. So at that point, is $750 really that much? And Paul is a sloth? I mean,
for people who don't know me, I hate sloths. They creep me out so bad. I think they're so weird and horrible that I would be one.
All right, we need to make this happen, chat. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're a quarter of the way there. Come on.
So the dire sloth you're going to fight in Act 3 was a bad idea?
Yes.
Oh no!
I should have told you that was a thing.
Actually, there was a typo. It's a tired sloth. So it's basically Snorlax.
Oh, boy.
That's so great.
Are you all ready to start some D&D?
Heck yeah!
Yeah, let's do this.
Yes.
All right, let's set the scene. So this is the kingdom of well, great, I forgot the name, but it's not important. It's Evergrande. We did this in a one shot for Glean, Kentucky, another local charity. We love doing one shots to benefit charity. So in the middle of a large field sits a singular red and white striped tent. A small amount of white smoke slowly meanders from an opening into a blue and white sky. The field is otherwise empty, save for the occasional patch of wildflowers just beginning to bloom and show hints of their vibrant reds, yellows, and purples against a backdrop of grass tint that is a deep blue-green. The flap of the tent is open, and inside is a wizard, sitting and watching a crystal ball, which appears to show a group of adventurers fighting a hydra inside of a volcano. His dress is odd, even for the most eccentric of wizards. His robe and hat are of vibrant yellow cloth with a red band and iron buckle at the base of his tall brimmed wizard hat. A small sandwich is dangling from the tip of his hat and just swinging like a hypnotist would swing a pocket watch. His hat covers a puff of curly red hair. It's hard to tell if he's exceptionally pale or if he's wearing white paint on his face, but it is obvious he has painted his nose red and a permanent red smile over his lips. He notices you and looks up with a smile, a genuine smile that pulls a hand out of his sleeve, which appears to be made of the same material as the tent. Adventurers. Might I guess you've heard my summons?
If by summons you mean that sandwich hanging from your hat? And Eden would lean as close in, and then his trunk comes out and starts smelling it to see if it's like an actual sandwich.
Unfortunately, it appears to be made of porcelain or some other inedible, more decorative. Well, I could maybe get you a sandwich if that is your desire, but we need adventurers. The local healing quarter has been overrun with families due to a terrible disease ravaging the countryside. Families are here for their children and unable to go home due to the medical care and just general difficulty of what we're facing. I do know of pieces of an artifact that we could assemble and make a grand house for them, a place where they can rest and relax and stop the worry of the medical care their children are receiving. But It seems that most adventurers are too caught up in their own wealth and glory to assist others.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Yeah, sure. Well, sorry about. Oh well, that sucks. So I'm sorry about that. I start walking away.
I'll put my hand out and grab his shirt, and then just like pull him back over silently.
And as that happens, Sylvan bows gracefully and respectfully. Kind wizard, we need something to do. Your cause sounds just. Why not? We're here.
Well,
Thank you.
it is never that easy. I must ensure that you fully understand what I'm trying to provide here. A simple fetch an artifact doesn't show the dedication I'm looking for. However, let me give you a simple task, just to make sure that we're on the same page, as it were. He waves a hand, and what was his crystal ball changes into a table with a 4x4 kind of grid of openings. Along the sides are these tiles that all have different letters on them.
Mm-hmm.
And he decides to give you a little poem to make sure. Solve this puzzle of your own volition. Each word inside is part of the mission. Column by column, not row by row. The evens white, odds are gold. The first is calm, a nap or sleep. A good night's worth, benefits you'll reap. Breakfast, lunch, or even dinner. If it's chicken, you may be a winner. The third is simply a belief.
Likes that.
That's a big shout out to Jilly Pie for coming up with that.
That's so great.
The third is simply a belief, and within you may find relief. Nurture and tend is the last. The support we grant shall be vast. So on this little puzzle, each of you can hopefully move a different color dot, and you'll want to form these words to best describe what's happening. And just to make things easy, that should be visible to you all if you want to reference it once again.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you say that again, kind wizard?
I'm in writing. I am a word processor.
Of course. And you're welcome to talk it out. And it should be that you all have to work together to solve this. And chat,
Okay.
if you want to help out, here is the poem, which we both posted at the same time.
Fiona, who you actually rarely hear speak, just repeat suddenly this puzzle back to everyone out loud. Column by column, not row by row. The evens white, odds are gold.
Okay. I think the first one seems rather simple with the E there. I think it might be rest.
Yeah, why not? Let's go for it.
Yeah, why not? Let's go for it.
I want to make sure okay.
What does the evens white, the odds are gold mean? Oh, I see.
Odds are gold.
Ah.
All right, so I think that first one is a lock. The second one,
Is this... Oh wait, I need to. Yep. Okay, now they're in the spaces they should go.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, second one. Breakfast, lunch, or even dinner. If it's chicken, you may be a winner. Would that be a meal?
Aha. A meal.
It's too short for nuggets.
It is way too short for nuggets.
Too short for nuggets. I have an L. I sliding into. So this is like the table, right? And we've got these letters.
Exactly.
So Fiona's just like hearing all of this and going, and then just like silently like sliding her letters that she has near her into these slots.
All right. So third is simply a belief, and within you may find relief.
I think hope.
I would go with hope as well because I'm seeing a theme. Sensing a theme here.
Hope doesn't exist. If only it did, we could have used it.
Who has access to the green letters?
I think that's me. I think. Actually, I have no idea. How do I do
I don't
it?
know how these work.
If you can move it, you have access to it, and you should. Yeah, you should be green. I think Mo, you're purple.
Just drag the E in.
Yeah, just
I
click and
see.
drag.
There we go. Okay.
Explains a lot.
And then the last clue: nurture and tend is the last. Support we grant shall be vast. That's got to be care.
I say, well, this is unsolvable. We tried.
Yeah, I think the last one is care.
Agreed. There you go.
There we go. Nailed it.
Look at that.
I
The
was really
wizard.
hoping it was curd for Eden's sake.
Now I want cheese curds and chicken nuggets. But I guess we just have a solved puzzle instead. And he kind of pouts in the corner.
Aww. And then like rub his back. I'm like, we'll get some chow. Don't worry.
The wizard, seeing you just being a little distraught, reaches into his sleeve, pulls out a delicious looking sandwich, almost identical to the one dangling, and just hands it over to you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just trunk into mouth. Eden is now smiling ear to ear.
I love it.
Oh. Well, and he continues as you're chowing down your delicious sandwich. It seems you understand the vision we have for this house. I have no doubt you'll be able to assist us. Now, in order to complete this spell, I need the pieces of the artifact I just mentioned. It's been broken, and, well, each piece exudes a different power needed to ensure this house may function. We'll need food and warmth, shelter, light, cleanliness, and, of course, fun. We've already acquired the piece for fun, obviously, and used it to summon you, brave adventurers. The food segment is at a nearby inn. The owner has commissioned an upgrade and seems to be a bit overwhelmed, and we believe he would be willing to part with it if you could just do some basic tasks around the inn. A local blacksmith has the other piece. It emits heat, and he no longer needs it and would very likely be willing to give it up in exchange for something. He's a gnome, and sometimes they're difficult. Unfortunately, that leaves us the last piece for you. The Lightstone has been locked away by a foul beast, and its home is in a crypt not too far from here. It will be dangerous, of course, but I have every confidence that the five of you can accomplish anything together. Now, there are two more pieces that we're not going to deal with exactly, but I have other brave adventurers willing to help. The Knights of Chat are out currently seeking these pieces. And in order to do so, they will need to solve riddles in chat. So you will have Kentucky Fried Dice there in chat. We'll be giving chat some riddles. I'm saying chat a lot. That's a weird word. And so you will
I've heard of chat before. They can't be trusted.
Is it chat or you that can't be trusted? I'm not really sure on that right now.
Could be
But
little column A, little column B.
Right? So we'll have those, and you will just solve some riddles and help us out with that, as well as the favors you've already given with your generosity. So thank you all so much for that. Well, adventurers, where would you like to start?
Ooh, decisions.
Blacksmith?
You know, Sweet Pea, it does seem like you never get to have any fun. Would you like to choose?
Yeah, Sweet Pea, how about you choose where we go?
Blacksmith?
I'd like to see a gnome.
You know, maybe it will warm up your soul, and then you'll
I
have
wanted
people.
to spend time with a gnome. after the incident.
Wow.
Well,
we all just let that.
I think,
that said,
yeah, I think we're in consensus here.
I was like, I'm kind of curious about the incident myself, but I'm worried. Hey, Legends DM, thank you all so much for the raid. We appreciate it. This is Kentucky
Welcome,
Fried Dice,
Raiders.
raising money for Givers and Gamers, a part of Ronald McDonald House Charities of the Bluegrass. So thank you all so much. Okay, off to the smithy. Even before you approach the squat collection of buildings known as Hammer Time Smithy, you're certain this is the right place. A cacophony of hammers and billows fills the air, much like the embers and smoke rising from a variety of furnaces. A constant crackling from fires becomes more evident as you near. In front of the first building is a large sign with a warhammer next to a clock face. Perhaps a statement that time is a construct, or maybe a subtle reference to a real banger of a song, but that's not important. Inside the building sits an old gnome behind a counter. His arms are large and corded, especially for such a small person. His face is covered in soot, making an especially thick layer covering his bushy eyebrows and prominent nose. He's inspecting a sword and nodding his approval. Behind the counter sits the stone you're after. It's surrounded by an iron cage, and the bars closest to the stone are red hot. The gnome looks up with a slight scowl and asks the characters, "Hey, what y'all want?"
Hello, my name is Avin, and we are a group of adventurers looking for an artifact. How'd I do?
Well, I'm just here, I'm trying to make a living. But, okay, you're looking for it. What's the artifact look like? Let me get that description from you.
I just point at the one behind the bars. I just go,
oh,
and I just point at it.
Y'all want my heat stone?
Yes, we've been told that you have no more use for it, but we have a great need for it.
Let me guess, you're gonna use to start campfires?
Actually, we were hoping to build a home for people who need one.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna be level with you. I'd be happy to give it to you, but I put it in that there cage for safekeeping, and I turned it on, and now the daggone thing's too hot to get out. So, tell you what, if y'all can figure out how to get out of there, all yours.
That seems like a fun challenge.
I'll just like silently walk over to the cage and see, like, as a magical person myself, can I like perceive? I want to, like, I guess, investigate a little and see, like, what are the magical properties of this? Does that make sense?
Of course.
What's going on here?
What's going on here? What's going on with this cage?
If you could give me an Arcana check, that way you're like looking at the magic and trying to decipher it.
Oh no! I guess my powers don't come from as much magic as I wanted them to. Okay, let's see what happens.
Oh, that's
a natural 20.
Oh, nice!
Because I have a 0. I have nothing to add to Arcana. It was meant to be.
That's awesome. I love it.
Amazing. All right, yeah. So you like kind of look at it and just somehow just maybe your attunement to nature and how heat is such a natural part of the world and the fire and all the elements there. You just know, and it's just deep within you. So the stone itself, you say a command word and radiates heat, and just it kind of starts to maybe snowball. It gets more heat and more heat and more heat. Well, you also have to use a command word to turn it off. And typically touching the stone itself is fine, but it affects everything around it. And putting it in an iron cage was probably a bad idea. Yeah. And hindsight's 20/20. So if you can somehow get your hand on that, or find a way to turn it off without touching it, it would eventually cool off the cage around it, and you'd be welcome to take it.
I try and say, we either need a code word to turn off the heat, or we need to touch it to deactivate it, or find some other way to cool off the bars around it. Any ideas?
I'm gonna turn to the blacksmith and be like, hey, Nomi, what did you do to turn it on?
Well, it wasn't me that turned it on. I built the cage, though. It's a nice cage, ain't it?
Sweet cage.
Thanks, I
Really
appreciate
nice.
that.
Despite all my rage, I do see it as this very sweet cage.
Oh, that's so great.
He kind of beams with pride and, puffs his chest out a little bit. Just, but it was my grandpappy. He's the one that, he turned that on. And, the word's been lost to us. It was a family secret, but we kept it too well. I don't know if you've ever done that. We kind of forgot. We should have wrote it down, but,
I'm spinning like a knife in my hand and like, and where do we find your grandpappy?
Yeah, is he still alive?
I'm like,
You ask
but
him?
I am not trying to look sinister, but I have no social awareness whatsoever. It looks really bad, but I do not mean it
Once
that way.
again, Fiona will just look over and silently just like put a hand on Sweet Pea's shoulder in an attempt and like a meaningful glance down at the spinning knife, trying to be like, you're doing it again.
Sweet Pea, go ahead. Even though you're not intentionally doing it, go ahead and give me an intimidation check. It's an accident, but it's like still happening.
I like how he's like trying for charm, goes for it.
Right? Just go out scaring this poor gnome off.
Should have done that?
You got it.
Where's the thingy? 11.
Yeah, an 11. So his eyes get real big as he's like looking at you spinning this knife. And you're kind of obviously this killer. Regardless, eyes get big.
Well, I'm this tall. I'm like 3 foot tall. That's the thing, remember. I'm a halfling.
This gnome can't be much taller than you.
It's like everyone's putting their hand on my shoulder, but they don't realize that it's like putting their hand on a child.
Let's not appear. I'm like that's a good point. I'm like,
I'm very easy, like, if I'm trying to get at something, you just pull me back by that little shawl.
Grandpappy, he got killed by, well, it was a halfling, and it was a bad business.
Oh no! I'm just face palming. I'm like, Sweet Pea, what have you done?
I really wish I knew the word. Please don't hurt me.
I'm like, what are you talking about? I'll hurt you. What are you talking about?
I think Eden reaches over with his trunk and takes the knife from and just holds it.
I'm just like, I don't know what happened. I don't even know what I said.
Pardon me, gnomes. What was your name again?
Oh, well, they call me MC Hammer. That's why we have the hammer time. He kind of steps up behind the counter, and he has the sweetest pants. They're just kind of puffed out, almost as if you were like jumping from a plane, maybe using as a parachute.
Gotcha.
Also, y'all are up to 33 favors. We are almost halfway.
Oh my goodness!
To Paula becoming a sloth. So,
I'm excited and also filled with dread. Unless you have, I'm sorry, Monique.
No, go ahead. Did your grandpappy have any old sayings or any funny dances or just things that he did all the time out of like habit that you noticed?
Let's see. Sometimes he would dance, and he'd put his hands down in front of him and just shift his legs, and he'd go side to side real quick, and he'd turn his head at me, and he would say, "Stop. Hammer time." And it meant the world to me.
Would you say your grandpappy was too legit to quit? Kind of.
Oh, well, until that halfling got a hold of him, yeah, he was.
When the words "stop hammer time" are said, I'm gonna whip my head around and look at the stone. Does it look like it's been deactivated? Or does it look the same?
It looks like it's starting to like flicker. The heat on the red bars is still there, but maybe it needs to be said more than once, and maybe it needs to be said by other people that maybe with some gusto.
Okay.
I'm saying we can't touch this. We just can't touch this. Can't touch this. You just can't touch it.
I just start just like out of nowhere. I'm like, da, da, da,
I'm like, my.
Eden starts stomping into beat with like you just hear.
Avin will bust out the shawm and just start playing. Please show us the dance of your ancestors, and again with enthusiasm.
Fiona will take a moment, like she's like meditating for just a moment, like centering herself, taking in everything around her, and then she just like busts out with her like doing the classic typewriter or whatever.
And while that is happening, Sylvan's just kind of standing there, kind of takes a big old breath of air into his lungs, gruff and amazing as he is, just stares at the stone and just goes, "Stop! Hammer time!"
With that, the glowing hot red bars start to fade to just the normal iron color. And the oh my good, look at that! Y'all don't figure it out. Well, I reckon deal's deal. When those bars are cool enough, you can go ahead and take that stone and build you that house. And if you ever want to come back and play a song with me, be happy to have you.
Sounds like fun.
And just like looks over at Fiona like, smooth moves. I knew you had it in you.
Thanks. Sometimes the spirit just moves in me, and I just have to follow it.
The call of the wild lives in the soles of your shoes.
It's like you've got a mind to rhyme and 2 hyped feet. Sorry, I've got the lyrics to this song.
Wait, you have to look those up? I mean, that's like... That was my
Look,
first
I'm
CD
just
ever
a
bought.
super dope homeboy from the Oak Town, and I know the bit from the song and no more.
That's so good. I love it.
Cool. All right. I'll just say we'll be back for this when it's cooled off.
Okay, I'll keep it safe, and I will not reactivate it on accident.
Please don't.
Can Eden try to open up the cage with Sweet Pea's knife?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think that's really a skill check. Even I think you'd be able to do. So, you kind of use the knife to try to lift it up off the bottom, kind of.
Well, so is it a cage with a door, or is it just a literal iron cage?
It's an iron cage, and there's like a hasp that's kind of securing it. And of course, the hasp also got super hot because it's metal, and there was some really poor planning on their part, but it worked out. But you could very likely, yeah, if you want to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I just want to try to like get the knife in between that and try to pop it open.
Yeah. I think you can. Your trunk is very dexterous, right? So, yeah, no issue there. You're able to do it, and yeah, absolutely.
And with my Lexodon skin, it's pretty tough. So I want to reach in and like just touch with my tip of my nose, just touch the orb and see if it's cool enough to leave with. Yeah.
The stone is absolutely just completely room temperature. Just no.
Wow.
I think Eden wants to pretend like it's really hot and grabs it and it's like, oh, and flings it over to Sylvan.
And I catch it. I'm like, this isn't hot.
That's funny.
Oh, you trickster, you.
I guess we don't need to come back for it.
Yeah.
Good job.
Eden, where should we go
Eden.
next? Do you need a snack first?
I'm a little hungry, but honestly, the mission is, I think the wizard promised me more sandwiches if we get things complete. So I'm okay with going anywhere y'all go.
All right, that sounds good to me.
What is next on the hit list?
To the tavern, then probably, right? Maybe
I've been
we can
saying
get
it.
some food there.
That's true. Have us a pint of ale. That sounds like a good break to me.
We aren't it. I mean, go.
You absolutely earned it.
We earned a pint. Let's go. Drinks are on me, everybody.
We head that way.
All right. So you head towards the Lyrical Hawk Inn. It's a 3-story structure made of stone and wood. There's no pun in that one. That's the name I came up with.
I was immediately trying to work that.
It went through my brain.
This is going to be part of it.
Yeah, it went through my brain for like a second. I'm like, all right, there's a riddle in here somewhere.
It's a 3-story structure made of stone and wood and sits on the corner of 2 busy streets. The sign outside shows a bird of prey diving with its wings back and musical notes coming out of an open beak. From the outside, the sounds of saws and hammers can be heard, but seem to be interrupted for long stretches. Behind the bar is a large human male with a dark, scraggly beard and just tired eyes. He wipes his hands on a filthy apron that covers a shirt that is just as dirty. You kind of wonder why he's even wearing an apron, but you don't question his fashion choices because it's not your place. That's okay. His eyes glance around the bar. In a gruff voice, he asks, "What can I get for you?"
Ales for all my friends, good barkeep.
I'm okay, thanks. Unless you have some soap.
Some soap?
Never mind.
Yeah.
Do you drink soap?
No, it's fine. Never mind. Are you hiring housekeepers by any chance?
I feel like you're maybe saying this place is not up to your standards?
No, not at all. Not
Okay,
at all.
I was worried.
You're fine. It's all right. Hey, look at that! And then she'll just kind of like wander over and just look at a knot in the wood.
I'm like, anywho, ale, sir.
Hey, look over there.
He reaches behind and gets some like moderately clean, like earthen drinkware and pours some ale and like a kind of a clump comes out with it at first and then pours it and he's like looks to see if you all noticed and kind of like they did, pours that clump out and just gets you some ales. But yeah, hiring, I need help for sure. We're trying to renovate and it's hard to find work right now and nobody wants to be here.
Wow.
And if you would just, it's been a lot, but I understand you meant no disrespect. Oh, Charity Board Gamer. Wow, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, Chris.
Hey, welcome, Raiders.
Y'all are amazing. Chris will be with us later tonight as we play Code Names with some other amazing streamers. So, yeah.
I'll say so. I think you have something we want.
Wow.
So can we trade for it? Can we help you? And then you, like maybe we could wash your apron, and then you could give us. I think you have an orb.
Oh, I was upgrading that. Yeah, so it was passed down in my family. It's a stone, and it summons exactly enough food for you for one day.
So actually be very your ears.
So Sylvan grabs one of the flagons of ales off the bar, downs it, slams it down, takes a look at him, and says, "Well, we need it. We are more than willing to help. So what do you need?"
Okay. Well, I'm trying to do everything by myself, and it's too much. So, if you can just take care of some real basic things around the bar for me, I'll give it to you. But
immediately. I'm sorry.
No. If you mess up, you're gonna make me angry, and you don't like me when I'm angry.
Wow.
Because it raises my blood pressure, and it's not good for me. And I would really appreciate some help right now.
You suddenly see, like, appearing on Fiona's shoulder, out of the ether, if you will, a little elf owl, a little owl. It's like this big. It's just right to perch on his shoulder. But the owl also has kind of like jackalope. Is that what they're called? Like kind of style, like antlers on it. It's very fey creature. The feathers on the owl are iridescent, almost like a really beautiful like oil slick on their feathers, and then just appear. And then I give her a little nod, and she's gonna like fly over, pick up a rag, and then just start like basically as she flies with the rag in her feet, she's like wiping off the bar.
Doing like a really shoddy job of it, but it's very impressive looking.
It's very cute though.
This looks way
just
better.
Wet, just water everywhere.
Oh well, that's just, okay.
I'm like, huh? Come on, huh?
No one ever helps me like that. So okay. But I have some more tasks for you, if that's agreeable. Okay. So let's start out simple. He points over to someone in the back corner of the bar, hood over them, kind of slowly nursing a drink.
Wow.
That one back there ain't paid his tab in 5 weeks.
I'll say, I'm on it.
and I follow Sweet Pea because I cannot stand anybody who skips out on a bar tab, because that's just not right. So yeah, I go over there as gruff and as intimidating as I can, right behind him.
Because remember, let's do it. Yeah, we'll go do that.
Okay.
Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea, how would you like to approach this person?
Well, I think I would like to let Sylvan. I want to go as the. I like to feel like I'm the intimidating one, right? So I'm the one that's like standing in the background, but. You know what? I wore the right shirt today. You could totally be the Silent Bob to my Jay. That's it. Oh yes, exactly like that. So I would ask Sylvan to do the talking. I'm just there, like gonna be like, yeah, in the background.
I will gladly do it.
I'd love that.
Real quick, y'all are up to 45 favors, so don't be afraid to use them to get like inspirations to have advantage on probably all your rolls the rest of the night. Well, thank you so much. All this money is going to help Ronald McDonald House Charities of the Bluegrass, and that is why we do this. And this has already exceeded our absolute wildest dreams for this. So thank you all so much.
Yeah, thank you.
But Sweet Pea, Sylvan. So as you get closer, it's a male elf. Cloaked down low and just nursing this drink as you approach.
Wow.
All right, so I go up to him as I'm also wearing a coat. I kind of put up the hood, little extra intimidation, kind of, dark and gruff. So I walk over to the table and I say, "Hey, heard you haven't paid your bill in a while. What's up with that?"
Wow.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Piss off.
Well, goes that.
Yeah, there goes that. It's like, I'm gonna give you one more chance to rectify yourself. Otherwise, we're gonna get angry, and it's not me you're gonna need to worry about. It's gonna be this one right here. As I nod over to Sweet Pea.
Like barely even comes up to like the table. I'm imagining the elf has to like
I'm stood on a chair.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I swiftly grab a chair, I slide it over. Sweet Pea hops up on it. Just
I have to arms, really with my hands trying to get on it.
Yep. Then arms crossed, draw the dagger, and then just start doing that spinning thing you did at the blacksmith's.
Shit.
Yeah. It's like you don't want to piss this one off. So how about you just pay your tab and get the hell out of here?
Go ahead and give a intimidation check, and with Sweet Pea there, you're gonna have advantage anyway.
All right, let's do it.
How'd you do?
Let's see. Wow, did I really roll a 5?
Re-roll.
Yeah.
Re-roll.
Yeah. Can I re-roll that? Yeah, let's do that. That's
All right.
I'm not sticking with a 5. That's not cool. All right, let's try that again. All right.
Yay!
That's a lot better.
All right. You want to explain how you're being intimidating again, just to really paint this beautiful picture?
So I'm just standing there, cloak up, like just grim look on my face, arms crossed, and I say again, pay your tab, get the hell out of here, or I'm gonna tell my pal Sweet Pea here to put that dagger someplace you can't even find.
Yeah, your butt. What? Sorry, I'm gonna leave that bit to your imagination, but we all know what was implied.
Like a brief look of confusion, and then as you
I get a slightly longer sword out.
The realization of what all this means really seems to hit this. Reaches into a pouch, pulls out just a few gold, and puts it on the table. Finishes off the drink, turns and could have asked nicely, walks out. But
yeah, and as he's pulling out the gold, I just kind of stare at him, uncross my arms, dance a little bit, like 15 gold, elf man. Put that stuff in my hand. If that money doesn't show, then you owe me, oh. My jungle love, oh.
I'm like, you just witnessed a very powerful. So you just witnessed a very powerful and ancient song. You should be very happy. Right?
That's right. It's a song of my ancestors. You respect it.
We go back to the bar, and I think we say, "Job done." We got 5 gold pieces off him, and I'm like, trying to split the rest of it.
Well played.
That was great.
Well,
so Fiona, my woodland tribal friend, do you think you could bring in more animal companions? That could help us with cleaning.
Think maybe I could.
Maybe
Let me check here. I will. Let me take a look at this. I go. And then I'll walk outside, and I will do a little bit of that kind of preparing myself for meditation, and I will cast, if I can here, speak with animals. And I would. This might be pushing the limitations of the spell, but whatever. I'm going to just reach out to all of the squirrels and the rabbits and the birds. Very Disney princess.
Bunch of spiders.
No spiders.
No.
And ask them to please all. As I'm doing kind of a Disney princess kind of, because this is verbal and somatic. So I'm saying my request. Come help, as I'm doing a very Disney princess kind of fluttering of my hands to make the spell happen.
Happy you're here wants to know if you were including skunks.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely. Bring on the skunks.
You know what? I think the skunk tails would be very good for dusting. So
there There you go. See, it
Yeah,
works.
as long as I don't get startled, I think we'll be okay. We got bunnies, we got squirrels, we got skunks, we've got chipmunks, we've got hedgehogs, we've got foxes. Why not little cute garden foxes?
All right, absolutely. This is a little different than the spell typically, but again, with D&D, they're just rough guidelines anyway, and you never want to get in the way of good storytelling. So you head out, and like it's kind of not a big city by any means, but still has like those woodland creatures that just for displaced, but still kind of live here. And they come to you, just all the animals of your dreams. Somewhere though, deep in your soul, you maybe believe a sloth is coming, but they're so slow that it's not going to make it today. So you're safe.
I can sense it though.
You can sense
Also,
it.
as this happens, so Fiona is wearing a string of like gems as a necklace, and and just a few of them kind of like glow as this spell is being cast.
And so you come back with this like entire menagerie of random woodland creatures, and the bartender at first is like, aren't you all worried about hygiene?
The animals
About
are
that
very
soap?
clean.
Oh, yeah, you got a point.
No matter. And like, if I may, she'll like, who am I? Avon will like ask Fiona to kind of translate while playing the dulcimer. Like, so this is like, and then it's like, and then like we'll cast a little prestidigitation to clean the animals that are all standing in a circle, and then like gather them to like clean them for at least an hour so they can at least get the rest of the thing clean without transmitting rabies or any other little animal-y diseases.
Are you including possums? We love possums here at KFD.
If they can all be fully cleansed,
Absolutely.
then yes, possums are fine.
Yes.
No raccoons. I'm drawing the line
okay.
on raccoons because they're little grubby hands. I'm not calling any
They're so
raccoons.
cute.
They're gonna steal all the food.
They
Can't have
steal my
raccoons.
heart.
Well, you can hang out with them outside.
Fair enough. So like
All
play
right.
the dulcimer and like play a little happy working song I heard once. That's what we'll do while they're threatening the man in the corner.
That's great. We just have this happy music, and just Sweet Pea and I are just like, hey, we are literally going to kick the crap out of you if you don't pay this bill.
A squirrel comes by, like gathers up like a horde of beetles and ants, and squirrels just gather up all the things off the table.
One of the animals kind of comes by as you're threatening him and just turns and goes back the other way. The bartender is just super impressed by your ingenuity of cleaning up his tavern, and it looks nicer almost immediately. It did not take a ton of effort. But yeah, that's.
What else? Do you need anything else?
Well, yes. There's.
I keep realizing we keep cleaning things, and that's like the one thing so far he hasn't asked us to do. Is clean. I'm like, are we done? He's like, I've not asked you to clean. You keep cleaning.
First things first, let's be the realist. There is no way I could work in these conditions.
I get that, and I appreciate your honesty. Okay, so we're doing a little renovation in one of my support beams. It needs to be kind of reset. It's just so daggone heavy. But you all look strong. And then we have a
Fiona
tradition.
just looks down at herself. She's kind of like of that like willowy kind of build. She's like, she goes to try and like make a muscle, and it like just nothing changes. You can see she's clenching her fingers. Nothing. There's no change. Yeah, it's hanging.
Yeah. It's like in that old school Goofy cartoon where he makes the muscle, just swing. It's like, There we go. Fiona is strong of heart. There you go. That's the muscle you've got.
That's it. That's what matters. I also could use an expert. I gotta rekey my locks upstairs. There's been some incidents, so if one of you knows that'd be great. We have a tradition of having an animal head hanging above the mantle, and we
all the animals are suddenly every animal in the tavern does like
you hear the dulcimer twang.
But it was it was the mean animal. It was a rabid hippogriff that was attacking the town, and yeah, no, your animals are cute and friendly and
There's a deer there, it's just going.
It's so good.
A possum stops washing and just cracks its knuckles.
Oh, that's funny.
Sorry, a hippogriff head. Something about a hippogriff head.
If you could just put it up there, it's like 20 feet off the ground. I'm sure y'all can figure that out.
I'm like, I'll do it.
There's a beam structure, a head to replace, some locks to fix.
And then we need you to entertain those drunken people over there. They're getting on my nerves. And they're just a group of just a hodgepodge of fantastical races and just individuals that I wouldn't describe, but I did not plan for that. So just they're playing a rowdy game of cards and just kind of being rather obnoxious now that the intimidating elf in the corner has been shown the door.
Wow.
And the place is starting to look a little more respectable.
Well, Sylvan has nothing but dumb brute strength, so I can definitely help with the support beam.
I can climb up a wall and fix the hippogriff, hang the hippogriff head. Perhaps.
I guess that leaves me with the locksmith. Or I could talk to the drunk people.
What about your elephant friend?
And you just see Eden sitting at the end of the bar, just looking so famished, and he's not famished at all. He's just very sad and looking at these scraps of peanut shells on the bar.
Oh, someone get Eden a sandwich.
He reaches beneath the bar and kind of like dusts off this like honey bun and kind of slides it down to you. It's fresh.
Clayton Eden just swoops it up into his mouth, and then he just perks up and he's just like, okay, I guess we could help out. And gestures over to Fiona, and Eden's gonna climb up onto the bar, help Fiona up, and then help Fiona up onto his shoulders to try to get this hippogriff thing hung up.
So go ahead and let's do let's call it an acrobatics check for you to climb up there, Fiona.
Okay.
And you're gonna have advantage since Eden is being helpful and attempting to assist. And don't worry.
Physical dice. Let's see what happens.
Oh.
Acrobatics. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so with advantage, that's 16 plus 2, so that's 18.
Oh yeah, no issue. So now you're kind of in the right spot, but now the head is still down. That you'll need somebody to get that up to you.
Can I reach it with my trunk?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, so
reaches it and then just upwards to Fiona.
I'll grab it and then Sweet Pea to the left or to the right or
I'm like, yeah, one of them. That's gonna probably do it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your help. I'm just gonna hang it and like.
It's so far for me. It's just so far away.
Like I can't tell.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I keep forgetting how short you are.
What is it?
Yeah, apparently Fiona's called my cat, and I guess he's here to help too.
Yay!
He's just gonna lay there as a loaf in support.
How does Eden feel about mice? If there's any mice in there because of being locked gone, is that as cool, or are you just like?
That's just a silly stereotype.
Oh, sorry, I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm like, you sure you're gonna lie? Yeah, fair enough.
All right, check that one off the list.
All right.
Hippogriff head hung.
So rekeying some locks. So hopefully we got some locksmiths in here, and then just taking care of some drunk and unruly customers. Those are on the list currently.
All right. I can do the drunk and unruly customers.
Okay. How would you like to handle that?
I actually have a tavern song just for this.
Oh boy.
So, Avon will pack up their dulcimer, and then they'll take it to like kind of what would be the stage, which is really just a really dirty fireplace that some squirrels are cleaning. And so he'll bust out the dulcimer, and it's like, "Excuse me, I need your attention, please," and just start singing and doing an enthralling performance.
Okay. I think is that a spell, or are you just doing like a performance check?
It is. Let's see. It is this thing.
Oh, gotcha. Oh yeah, I forgot bards could do that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do it twice.
No problem. All right, so they're just gonna make a wisdom saving throw. Would you like to use some of your plethora of favors and give them disadvantage on this?
Yes.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah.
This will go just fine.
Okay, that worked out. I'm just rolling them as a group. They just are completely enthralled by your performance to the point where they actually stopped drinking, and they were in the middle of some kind of like deep conversation about some very important gaming event that they were maybe gambling with, and it just completely forgot. And they're sitting there like slack-jawed, and one of them drools a little bit as your song just fills up the entire tavern, and they just kind of forget what's happening, and nothing else matters to them but the beauty of your performance.
Excellent. So, if I could, work in like it will be kind of like a call and response kind of like song. Will turn out to be like, all right, now fix that chair, fixing the chair, fix that table, fix the table. So we'll start off. Yeah, we'll start off.
Let's go ahead and give me a performance check for that to just see how well that part of it goes, which is under skill checks.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right. So with a 19, they're just like they go from the kind of just enthralled and drooling to this like upbeat, like they're jamming and they're ready, and they're like with gusto. You fix the chair, fixing the chair, and somehow like IKEAing this chair together without like the proper tools, but they're finding a way. And the bartender is the one now that's like just slack-jawed, a little more drool, just like how they just drink all the time, and here they are. All that, even adding a bonus of fixing my chairs. Just okay. If y'all can find a way to get these locks working for me, that'll do it. You'll get your stone.
I just look at Sweet Pea.
And I say the blacksmith was definitely down the road here. I feel like
Eden just bear hug Sweet Pea and just grab like bear hug him up to these locks and be like,
all right, you've got little fingers. I was saying something like, the problem here, you see, is you've got the C-clip here is all, and the pins are all out of the line, and I start going to work. I pull out what are quite obviously burglars' tools rather than locksmith tools, but they have a lot of overlap, and I start to get to work. I can see that there's like, if it's okay with you, I see that there's like things that are out of, they're just, like keys have been shoved in, and they everything needs just twisting around a bit, so everything kind of like, and I've got a can of some, we'll call it mythical oil, but it definitely says WD-40 on it, and into the lock.
I feel.
Oh, that's so great.
I feel like I need to say this for everybody in chat. Please do not use WD-40 on your locks. Just don't. Please do not. Please.
It is water-based, right? And it dries things out. You want a silicone base?
That's it. That's it.
Or really, graphite is like the best for you, but it.
Are you really trying to teach chat how to break in?
I know nothing about locks, so it's fine.
Yeah, I feel like I've learned so much from just this.
I'd like to thank one of our sponsors today, LockNet, for all this information.
I look over my shoulder at Eden and I say, I'm normally breaking these things. I don't know.
Go ahead and give me a check with your thieves tool using dexterity as your
of course.
attribute.
Just give me a second, so I will. Give me a second.
You know, LockNet, if you're listening, I know you're not an official sponsor, but you too can help the children.
LockNet actually is an official sponsor. They are one of our sponsors this year, and have donated on top of that, which is just amazing.
Cool. Oh,
I need.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well then, this is sponsored by LockNet.
I'm going to use.
Good job, Mo.
I'm going to use a couple of favors. I feel like possibly.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
To re-roll that if possible.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we don't want a natural one.
That's 3.
Again, to his favor, he's usually breaking these to not.
Absolutely, it makes perfect sense.
Wait, no, actually, I have an 8 dex. Yeah, because I got a nat 1, didn't I? Because I have dexterity. Yes. All right, so I'm gonna roll that again. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes.
Please.
Spin those favors.
Yes.
Reroll,
Yes.
please.
26.
Oh, there we go.
I grant you these favors.
There we go. That's way better.
Unfortunately, you do have to spin the number of favors. That was the difference between the 9 and the 27. So.
Oh no.
Worth it.
Oh, well, now we'll never get that sloth.
We need the sloth.
Yes.
At first, you're kind of back in your old ways. You're like, I'm gonna pick this lock. I'm gonna disable it. We're gonna get here, no problem. You're like, oh no, it's the opposite. And you go back to like fixing the lock when you realize what's happening. It's perfect. You got it aligned. You got your magic concoction that
one last spray of magic oil. Like, it'll be fixed forever.
There it is. You have all the locks set. The bartender, who's maybe a little embarrassed from the previous meeting, has now a new apron covering his still filthy shirt, but it's still like dirty, but it's just not as filthy. And as you come back down, has a tiny little bar of soap and hands it to Avon. I got the soap you asked for. Thank you.
Thank you. And then she'll just cast like one quick prestidigitation to just make him like a dapper, respectable, clean tavernsman. Like, in fact, you've done so much for us in helping us. I'd like you to have it. Thank you.
I'd like you to have it.
Please use it and think of me.
Please use it. Please use this.
When you use this soap to clean your heart.
When you look into the pool and your eyes will shine. Think of me every time you look so funny.
Yes.
Nice.
Y'all are amazing. This is
This is so great.
He kind of goes down to the cellar and comes up this stone that's kind of has weird shapes cut out of it, similar to the heat stone that you already have. A deal's a deal.
Wow.
Gets his very now dapper mustache as opposed to the very ragged beard he had, and there you go. Thank you.
What was your name?
My name was Joe McClean Guy.
Is that a new last name, Joe?
It is
Always
now.
my last name.
Joe McLean.
Joe
Would you do
McLean.
us the honor of pouring us an ale in your fine establishment before we go?
But of course, as he goes to the tap, this time it comes out smooth and perfect as a fine ale should, with very clean glasses, and serves them in front of you on these delightful little placemats with little frills on the outside.
Is there a coloring section? If I flip it over, is there like a coloring portion? on the
Of
placemat?
course.
Yes.
It just turned into an Applebee's.
I call my owl, my fae owl, over. I go, Eerie, and Eerie comes over, and I flip over my placemat, and so she can do some coloring if she wants, or do the little maze. Yeah. With a piece of charcoal.
It's perfect.
I pick up the glass of ale. I flip over the placemat. I see the coloring. I see the tic-tac-toe square. I pull out a pencil from my pocket and just start playing tic-tac-toe with myself.
Do you win?
Yes.
No, excellent.
And I say, can I just go on, sorry.
I was just gonna give my ale to Eden.
Eden gives his ale to Sweet Pea.
I'm there sat on what I think is a chair for smaller people, not knowing it is a child's chair.
It is
And I sat there on it with 2 ales going, yay!
It comes in pints.
The camera pans down, and Sweet Pea's placemat is the coloring side as well. It's at the children's table.
Some crayon just come out of nowhere. They just manifest themselves next to the table.
Absolutely.
Now, Mr. McLean, you said that this orb gives food?
Once a day, it can summon all the food that you need, and it just knows. Just somehow it knows. I've actually upgraded to one that it does food and ale. So I don't need this one anymore.
Ooh, okay.
Quite the savvy business decision. It just knows. Oh,
We have
thank you
to
for the hydrate.
Well, this is going to come in handy and help a lot of people.
Eden takes the orb and grabs it and pretends like it's hot and throws it back to Sylvan again.
And I catch it. And for the second time, I look at Eden. I'm like, are you done? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Just for science, what about the third time?
I haven't thought that far ahead. But I have a feeling there's going to be a third and a fourth and a 12th. I just walk away, orb in hand, and just like, I'm going to go now.
Thank you all so much for the sub. Thank you so much for the hydrate, which is much appreciated, and of course contributing to the Bougie Bourbon Bonanza Challenge that is our community goal currently. Thank you all. All right, so we have I think chat has done their part in getting our pieces, and there's one left. Unless y'all want to hang out with Tavern the rest today, because I am all here for this. Y'all are just a delight.
Yeah, I'm like, what more mischief can we get into? This is a blast.
I'll finish my beverage and say, I think it's time to go. There was a creature, I think, guarding the last orb. I think maybe we have to go deal with that. And then I'll snap my fingers and go, ooh. And all the animals I brought in
become wild
scatter.
again.
Yeah, they become wild again and they just like scatter.
Completely feral.
Yeah, and as I finish my ale, I turn to Avon and I say, "Can you play that song, the one that says you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here?"
Busts out the dulcimer. Please go away. Please go away. Your bills you need to pay, and you have to go away.
We're just magically inclined to just walk out the door.
I worked in the children's library, so all my songs sound like nursery rhymes.
It's so great.
All right. So, do we know where to find this creature?
Yes, where to?
There is just a crypt. He's in a nearby graveyard because, of course, we have to have part of it that's a little spooky. Like,
Yeah.
I've heard tales of the crypt.
I've heard many about the Crypt Keeper.
What's the crypt keeper like? Would you like to maybe show what the crypt keeper does?
Well, there's a song.
Is there a song?
There's a song.
Wow. Oh yeah, we can. Sorry, Matt, great idea there. We'll do, if you all want to spend, because next spoiler is a combat encounter. If you want to spend 10 favors, you all will deal double damage.
I say let's spend 20 favors and do quad damage.
Let's do quad damage.
20 for quad damage.
Or let's just spend all 40 and we'll do sextuple damage. Just one arrow will take care of it.
Sneeze on it. It's like,
Then we one-shotted him.
And we one-shot it. There we go. Done.
Double damage.
Yeah, no, double damage sounds good. I think we should. We got plenty to spare.
Yeah, y'all are doing great, and I haven't got to kill anybody yet, so that's pretty good.
Yet.
So our crypt. Sorry, let me get that. So it's in this graveyard. It's just outside of town. Somehow no one else is taking care of this. I think it's like the Stardew Valley complex where somebody else will deal with it, and we'll just live with a broken bus and everything going wrong in the town. But it's somebody else's problem. So this crypt has an iron gate which is wide open as you approach, and you come into a small chapel with work stone floors and a ceiling which is very uneven. It's about 9 to 10 feet tall, depending on what part of it you're currently standing in. Several torches are lit along the edge of the room, but the light that is emitting from them, it just seems to be just not right. It's not as vibrant and filling as you might expect. On the southern end of the room is a large altar, with candles that seem to emit a floral fragrance, kind of taking out the mustiness that you would expect in here. On the eastern side of this room, there's a hallway lined with columns and torches nearest the opening that would come out of the chapel. And again, the light itself just seems like it's being encroached by something. It doesn't even reach the far corners of the room, though you would typically expect it to. And just beyond their reach, those of you that have night vision and such can make out a large door that's banded with iron and 2 large iron rings that would serve as pulls for you to open. Let me get this map loaded for you all. So this will kind of affect your different, if you have night vision or not, on what you can see.
I have the night vision.
Hey, I'm just a standard human.
Oh, hooray for dark vision.
I'd say, what a strange thing for Fiona to say out loud.
Before we start moving, Eden will get the crew together, and she's like, I know I usually don't share my food, but he reaches into his satchel and he gives each person a little cupcake. And he's like, devour this as fast as you can. Go.
I shoved the whole.
Take off the wrapping. One shove. Just
and eat it.
And I
all.
say,
I was supposed to take off the wrapping.
Yeah,
The wrapping is also edible.
You know, they both just look at each other like,
And y'all feel something a little tingly inside, and it's not poison. It's me casting blessing on y'all. So I'm blessing y'all. So now y'all get 1d4 on attack and
yes.
Ooh, nice.
just in case.
Does everyone else here have dark vision?
Yeah.
I do.
I don't think I have. No. Do I?
I
don't
am
know.
going to cast. I'm going to pull out of my satchel. Wait, let me make sure before I just make up that I have this. Let me see what I've got. Hold on, stand by. Stand by 2 seconds. I probably have something.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna pull out a torch.
Okay.
I'm not going to light it with fire, however. I'm going to cast daylight on the torch. I hope, so that then there's a sphere that is bright light, and then it sheds dim light for an additional 60 feet and will go with me along the torch. And I actually have a little, like, almost like a holster that I can, like, fit that in. So I don't have to hold on to it, but I can, it'll just, like, kind of give us some light here if I can. And I'll go, let there be light. And then I put it in because I have to. Do I have to? Is that okay? I guess that's an action. Is that okay? Do I need to roll?
100%. No,
something to make that happen?
you just cast the spell. That's
spell slot spent. I might be using some favors at some point to get some spell slots.
keep those spell slots back. So it should be now that you are emitting a bright light, and you should be able to see around you. Hopefully, let me double check that. I absolutely love the dynamic lighting that Roll20 has. So great job.
I just in case, I have a few gifts I would also like to give my fellow party members.
Gifts are good.
Gifts or gifs?
Hard
Good
G,
question.
thank you. Hard G, big T, baby.
Choosy moms, choose Jiv.
So I'm going to give everyone a Mantle of Inspiration.
Ooh.
It's a little bit better. So what this is, I like kind of sing a little song, some lights come out, and then everybody kind of gets a little bit faster, a little bit smoother. And basically what this will do is up to my charisma modifier, which I think you get 5 temporary hit points.
Awesome.
Nice.
Let's put a little icon on you to remind us.
And then you could also immediately use a reaction to move up to your speed without provoking an attack of opportunity. Although I think that's only like if we're in combat or something. But yeah. Yay, hit points.
Nice. Hit points are good.
Y'all are just so kind to each other.
And I'm there going, oh, if only I'd bought something for everybody.
Left my wallet in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Whoops.
I left my wallet on that horse we rode in on.
All right, you all should be able to move your tokens.
Actually, Mo, just out of curiosity, what level are you in Bard?
I'm 8.
8th level? Then that's 8 temporary hit points, because I'm reading the description. It goes up to 8 at 5th level, so we get 8 temporary hit points.
Thank you. I sing, I don't math.
Awesome.
Yeah, even better.
Sweet. And I will say, like, since the enthralling performance back at the end, Avin looks a little hungry.
Ooh.
Even after the cupcake.
Yeah, you know, Avin's not really much of a food eater, but they do look really, really hungry.
Oh, I forgot what Avin was. I get it.
Yeah. And they're just kind of like, man, that was such a good song. That was such a good song.
Wait, what is Avin? Wait, did you say, are you a vampire?
Close. I'm a dampened vampire, so like a dampire, if you will. So yeah.
Oh, I see.
Interesting.
So I don't think Avin is a huge fan of this daylight being emitted from.
No, I'm fine with daylight.
That's right.
How do you feel about standard humans?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It's mostly I have to be careful how much I perform for people in a day.
Oh, you're an introvert.
But performing makes me really hungry.
Oh boy.
You need do you need an actual sustenance? Or do you just have to like regain, because your like hunger meter refill over time?
Well, it's more of like a craving, when you're like really sad and you want some ice cream. I'll be fine. That cupcake was great. Shall we go see if there's anybody to hunt down in here?
More importantly, is there anything to smash? I need to break something.
Oh yeah, this is mostly like kind of empty, and there's so the hallway you can go into from the chapel you're currently in, and then there is a large like double door at the end of that hallway leading to something.
Okay.
I'd like to go over and just examine these scent candles on the altar.
Yeah.
Get a sense for if they're emitting any kind. I don't know why I keep thinking I know anything about like arcane magic when my magic is not like that. But I'd like to just see if I can. What's the deal? Are they special or are they just like scented candles?
I'll go ahead and let's roll an Arcana check again, and let's see what you can figure out.
Okay. I'll do this one. It's rolling twice for some reason automatically.
It does. In case you have advantage or disadvantage. So if it's a normal roll, you'll take the very first number. If you have advantage, you'll take the higher of the two.
Got it. So 15 then. No, yeah, 15.
So now that you really look at them and kind of investigate, they do appear to be some type of magic woven into them. Mm-hmm. And it seems that like with the light they are emitting is strong. As you kind of look at it closer, they're not really flickering. It's more of a constant light as opposed to, most candles kind of dim and get brighter. Right. But these just stay just bright. And it seems like there's just something about the light that maybe it's here for a reason, but the exact nature of it, you couldn't quite decipher with that initial like investigation on it.
I'll blow out the candle. I'll blow out one of the candles.
Okay. It goes out. Let me go ahead.
Fiona, why did you just blow out our candle?
I just wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah, so I kind of sense her doing that, and I'm just why are you enthralled with these candles?
I just wanted to see what they were. I think they're magical. They're here for a reason, but I can't tell if it's good or bad. So if you were to extinguish one of them, we might find out.
Bad candles, and Eden blows the one out next to.
Okay. Okay. So Fiona tells me they're magical. Can I take a shot at it? See if I can discern what these are?
We're gonna go with Danny blew it out, and now you all are investigating like what might have happened. So the trunk kind of goes above Sylvan Rose. You kind of feel it on your shoulder, and just like a puff of air as that candle just gone. And you're not in darkness by any stretch of the imagination. And you kind of look at it, and then it comes to you rather quickly as to why that candle was there, as a voice from the depths of this crypt comes rumbling out. Now I am free. It's fine. Oh. It's totally fine.
Did y'all hear that?
I heard it. Did we do that?
Choosing to ignore it.
Did I do that?
I say, Fiona, why did you blow out that candle, Fiona, the human?
Yeah, Fiona's the other human. Why'd you tell me to blow out that candle?
I didn't tell you to do it. You just did it.
But you said bad candle.
I didn't know if they were bad candles or not.
Now you've made the building angry.
We don't even know where the orb is yet. So I was hasty. Forgive me.
In the
this is the most you've heard Fiona talk.
Down the hallway, you hear just a crash against that door. A few seconds later, a second crash against the door. And parts of it you can visibly hear it weakening and creaking, and like little rivets from the iron bands start to pop out.
Someone used WD-40 on those hinges.
Yeah. Yeah, so if somebody has some magic oil. We can clean that right up.
I will... Oh, no. Oops. I guess I'm casting Bardic Vision on myself.
You're fine. You can just because you click doesn't mean you didn't necessarily cast.
I just wanted to read it.
This is still happening. Gonna give you 10 seconds to decide what you're gonna do.
Sylvan, you wanted to smash things. Can you lead through that door? And points over to the hallway where we hear the crashing.
Yeah, I can do that. So I kind of draw my bow, I creep up to the door, just kind of be ready for whatever comes through it.
All right.
I would like to climb up the wall and like stand on the roof of the cave, like above where the door is going to be crashing open.
Okay. No problem. So you'll be.
So basically, like the thing starts. There's a banging at the wall or a door. There's a banging at the door, and Avon just kind of like starts running toward the wall, and then just runs up the wall and up the ceiling, and then stops in like a battle pose, but like on the ceiling above where the door is about to push down and over.
Like a super cool Spider-Man pose.
Spider climb.
Yes.
Yeah. The door that's getting the knocking about. Is it up here where I'm wildly swinging around this arrow?
Exactly. It is this door right here that you can just hear in the ding, ding, as like these rivets pop out in the door. If you kind of peek your head out, you can see it bulging every few seconds as something is just ramming into it.
Would like to run down to the opposite side of the hall here and just like get behind one of these, like it looks like a column maybe for some like cover, so like I could pop out, maybe do something, but I'm sort of protected as well.
Okay. Is everybody else in a position they're happy with?
Yeah, why
I'm
not?
good.
I'll guess I'll notch an arrow.
Are you dead at the moment?
I'm having some internet problems and I can't really use Roll20 at the moment, so I'm trying to just go off what's going on the stream.
Sorry, there's just like a red X on your character.
Yeah, I've been trying to click a few things. My Roll20 is not working, so
he got better.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we can do anything you need.
Thank you.
Okay. In that case, let's roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, what you're worried about? Everything is fine. Oh,
why did I roll so high?
Grandpappy said everything's okay.
Oh, oh, hey, buddy.
And that is not the place I wanted a 20.
Oh.
No. But you're our smasher. So
I know, but I'd rather have a 20 for an attack roll. I'll take it though.
It won't let me roll initiative.
If you click on your token at the top of the screen, you should have. Oh, there you go.
Oh, I see. Ha ha ha. There we go. I forgot to choose myself. Take initiative, Avin.
I have clicked initiative, but I'm waiting for it to
to get you there.
Did not mean to do that.
Oh, you're on there twice. Pretty you. Sorry, I have a dog that goes to a doggy door and just does not care about noise.
There's a doggy door in
found
the
that
group?
pets don't care.
Yeah, there's a little doggy door in the back. This cute little dog kind of just.
I would love that. It's like bam, bam, bam. Like Sir Didymus just comes riding out.
Yes.
Yes, Enshu, that was in fact Blue. Yeah, he wouldn't say hi. All right, I think everybody. Now let me get.
Has mine registered yet at all?
I don't think so, but I can get you. No problem.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to click on things. But
Actually,
nothing's responding.
could we take this moment to pause for a restroom break?
Actually, how about
Bio break?
let's do we have a 5-minute video that shows the story of a family that has been affected and it has used the Ronald McDonald House in Lexington. It is an absolutely beautiful video. Get your tissues ready. We'll do that, and everybody can take a quick break before we get into this.
Awesome.
Perfect.
And Julie will get that video going in just a second.
On April 5th, 2021, Sam and Billy Ratliff would be delivered news that no parent wants to hear. Born at only 26 weeks, their twins' lives were at risk, and they would have to travel hours from home to get them the life-saving care they would need to survive.
On Monday, April the 5th, God had everybody in the place where they were meant to be. I was pregnant with monodi twins. I had just picked Eli up from preschool and felt like just didn't feel normal. And so I called the hospital and they said come in just to be checked out. We ended up delivering the babies here in Pikeville due to the fact that our NICU is a level 2. They were unable to care for the boys where they were 26 weeks and 4 days. The boys were born at 2 pounds and 3 ounces.
One of the NICU doctors from Pikeville actually came in and spoke to us just briefly about things that may happen. And he actually mentioned the Ronald McDonald House and that we would need to go ahead and get on that waiting list.
It wasn't until about 10:30 that we were able to see the boys briefly before the transportation unit came to get them.
It was very tough. It was truly the longest ride to Lexington that I've ever driven. I was speeding quite a bit because I wanted to get down there. It was God keeping me safe because about 30 minutes into the trip, I actually catch up to the ambulance that's carrying the boys. It kind of brought peace to me that I knew that I was right there with them. One of the big things they told us as soon as we got to UK to the NICU was that it's going to be a roller coaster ride, is the way they described it. And, it truly was. We hit some very high highs and some very low lows.
While Sam and Billy were in Lexington with their newly born twins, they unfortunately had to leave their 5-year-old son, Eli, at home with his grandparents, 3 hours away. 1 week into their stay at the Ronald McDonald House, their prayers were answered as the COVID restriction preventing siblings at the house was lifted. Now, instead of hours away, they were merely minutes apart.
I knew that there was babies that was born very early, so I just gave them a little hug because they was born very early, and I didn't want to give them a squeeze hug.
They took Eli whenever he had came. Daria had made sure that to keep it interesting for him, did scavenger hunts, colors, crafts for the boys. There was something special each time waiting for him.
I love that I could stay every single day.
Each morning, Daria would fix like a breakfast, a little sweet treat, or you could take something to go. Each evening would come back, they would have a meal either from a community or someone had cooked there in the kitchen. And it was like we were there in the dining area, like as a family together.
The first time I tried that brownie, I liked it.
Because their stay was so long, Billy had to utilize all of his paid time off and was going to have to return to Pikeville with Eli, leaving Sam and the twins behind. Little did he know the police chief and mayor were working together to create a policy. This would allow his coworkers to donate their vacation time so he could stay where he was needed the most.
And I already had officers and myself as well who wanted to donate Billy time that we had and wasn't using. If it could be used, we wanted to give it to him. We've talked it amongst ourselves, and we don't really understand why that we don't have this policy already, so we need to try to do the right thing, and we want to make it to where Billy can be with his family and still get paid.
I mean, you just mentioned it right now, I get chills. Just thinking about how blessed we both were, how great of people that we work with.
As a school counselor and as a police officer, we're always available to help others, and it was just a little bit more difficult to switch those roles and to be able to receive that help. One of the quotes that was in the dining hall was the greatest strength that a person can have is to receive help.
Just amazing how much support we received. If I had one word to describe the Ronald McDonald House, I would probably use family, because it truly felt like a family.
It is like a home. It is not like a hotel. You're actually in a home with those family members who want to take away all of the stress and the burdens of life, so that way your main focus is being on your loved one who is in the hospital. Like a complete blessing that we were able to stay there. They currently weigh 11 pounds, 11 ounces. They're right on schedule with their clothing, 3 months.
Getting teeth.
Yeah.
They're actually cutting teeth right now, so.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope I'm not talking too early, but I don't know. Yay, streaming. So we're coming back. Just everybody had a little break, D&D. So I think we are all set.
I got snacks.
You got snacks? What you got?
Ooh, what you got, Paula?
I got some dried apricots and pecans, but I also have some chips.
Is that apricot ASMR?
It is now.
There's a banging on the crypt door and a rustling of a snack bag. Roll initiative.
I've listened to a lot of fantasy-themed ASMR, let me tell you. Someone making a potion for an hour and a half. I'm into it, I tell you.
It's so great.
There's an ASMR channel just called The Apothecary Shop, and you just listen to people grind things.
Yeah. So...
I listen to a lot of ASMR.
Same. I was like, wait, did you just say the beginning of that? I missed the beginning. So yes, same. ASMR gang. Hey.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean,
that's right. That's right. We have to talk in the sweet, sensual voice to not ruin the atmosphere.
I like it. You can carry on. It's really good.
Okay. The lights go up. The bag ruffles. There's a knocking at the door. Rapping, tapping at my chamber door. Quote the reader.
Nevermore.
Nevermore.
Okay. Are we ready?
Let's kill him.
Wow, I got everybody in trance with my ASMR. I'm awesome.
So into it. All right. So we have initiative.
All right. What are we doing here? Let's go.
So again, the banging at the door, the banging, the crunching, and suddenly on this final one, as you're prepped and ready to do battle with something, a creature bursts through the door, and it looks to be like a well, it's definitely a dragon. 100%, you are certain this is in fact a dragon, and you are in a dungeon, so that works out incredibly well for everybody.
Finally.
I was really hoping for a Shih Tzu.
The name of the game.
Oh, and y'all are up to 44 favors. And
Yes.
Jillian, does that include the 10 they're using for double damage? We were so close to Paula being a sloth.
Paula, I swear, if you turn into a sloth while we fight this dragon, I'm gonna be so mad.
And that's already paid for.
Initiative goes down to 1. It's like, great.
Look, if the donations come in, I gotta do it.
You got
So
it.
if we get to $750, I'm holding on to a wild shape slot just for that, just in case, because I believe in our audience.
Y'all are amazing.
No, initiative's gonna go negative because sloths are so slow.
So this dragon, you think you catch just a hint of red in what might have been its scales, but at this point, it is completely black. The light comes towards it, and it slowly gets absorbed into it. As this dragon doesn't appear to be completely just in your physical space, it appears that maybe it's made of shadow. Maybe this has
need
been
those candles.
converted from shadow. What was once maybe a full-on dragon is now just bits of shadow as it bursts through the door. Its maw coming out right at you, just a snapping at you. Who dares free umbral Ignis? And with that,
I pop out and go, I think it was me, and then I pop back in.
And we're all like,
like Fiona doesn't know it, but I'm just like giving her a death stare. I'm like, do you see what you have done?
Sylvan Rose, you are up first in combat.
All right, can I try to like identify exactly what this shadowy dragon is?
You could. I think that would probably be either nature or arcana, depending on. It's kind of it's a creature, but it's also made of magic. Oh, we are $120 away for the hashtag sloth for Paula, which is amazing. Mo.
Okay.
Just 120, and we will have Paula as a sloth who also likes to free shadow dragons from their deep dark prisons. So yeah, if you want to do that, but I would call it probably at least a bonus
Chaos
action
sloth.
to like Chaos Sloth.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like I want to shoot first and ask questions later, but I mean, considering obviously you can see it's shadowy, so I'm like trying to make a split-second decision here. You know what? Let's just go for it. So I'm just gonna burst out into the room in between these two pillars, and then I am going to shoot at the shadowy figure with a curving shot to go around the pillar.
Okay.
Yay, making use of stuff.
Nice.
All right, so see, I don't think I need to do anything special for that. I think it just happens. Okay, when you make an attack roll, if I miss, I can do a bonus action to re-roll. Oh, it gets a different target. Oh, so that doesn't even really matter. Because there's only one target.
Okay.
All right, then you never mind. No, I'm not going to do curving shot because there's only one target. In that case, since I'm behind the pillar, I think it's going to be better to use piercing shot.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. So I don't make an attack roll for the tack. So the arrow just shoots forward in a line, and the dragon must make a dex saving.
All right. Let's see how dexterous this dragon is. Yeah, those dogs love that.
Not sure what the DC is on it though.
Well, it got a 9, and it's definitely higher than 9, so we good.
Okay, awesome. So on a failed save, creature takes damage if we're hit by the arrow, plus an extra 1d6 piercing damage. Fun.
That's rude, and we're doubling that. So
all right, so let's go ahead and do that.
Oh, that's your shot there. Oh. Have a little update for y'all.
hold up.
We got Sloth Buddy.
I become my own nightmare. All right, well, we'll see what happens on my turn. We'll see what happens. What did we say that's a bonus action to turn into a sloth?
Sure. Sure.
Okay, I thought that was rolling the damage. I clicked on the damage for my longbow. I guess that didn't work out.
If you click on where it says longbow +1, you'll roll damage.
Okay.
Like in chat there.
There we go.
Oh.
But I don't think that included the 1d6 though, did it? Oh, there we go.
It did not. There we go. So you add another 1d6 to that.
Yep. There we go.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I'll take it.
All right. 13.
All right, and then
did
I
that
do
include the 1d4 from the blessing?
No, that did not. It did not. Thanks, Danny.
Good call.
It's the cupcake. Don't thank me.
All right.
All right, and then I do have extra attack. Is that included with a move, or do I just do it?
So you can like attack and move. Any combination you want to do, you are good to do.
Okay.
You can break it up however you need. So I'm going to put this damage here. So you got 5 + 7, so 12, 18, 19. And then we double that as your arrow. At first, it doesn't appear like it's gonna really affect it. Like you're just shooting an arrow into shadow, more or less. But the daylight emanating from your amazing soon-to-be sloth companion, it seems to really affect this, and it seems to be like corporeal for just long enough that your arrow pierces right into it, going through one of the dragon scales, and it lets out just a horrible shrieking sound. Not expecting to be hit by your arrow already.
Ooh, okay. All right, then I'm going to take a 5-foot step out, and I think I'm just going to give it a good old normal shot this time, see what that does.
All right.
So now I can do that. And I have to add 1d4 for the blessing to add that to the attack roll.
Yes. So with a 16, that will not hit, but I think you all probably have a favor or two if you want to re-roll that. Up to you.
Let's see, what's that gonna cost? 3 favors to re-roll that? I mean, what, we got like still 44 even after the double damage?
Yes.
I don't know, what do y'all think? You think I should use 3 to re-roll that?
I say cash in those favors.
All right,
let's use
all right,
them.
we got them, let's use them. All right, so I will re-roll that attack. That's a lot better.
That's way better.
All right, do I need to re-roll the 1d4?
If it just makes you happy, you can, but a 26 is going to hit. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I'd like to keep my 4 and make it a solid 30. So.
Oh yeah.
I'll definitely take that. Okay, and then let's see now. Let's see if I do this right again. Because I clicked on the longbow the last time, it didn't actually roll the damage.
So actually, in chat itself, if you click on where it says longbow +1, like with where it has 26
I
21,
see.
Click on that, and that'll roll damage. There you go.
Okay. And then yay blessing. Let's get another 4. I'll take a 2.
Oh, all right. So 32 damage. That's pretty good. Again, Dragon, not a fan. You almost have it halfway down already. I guess I should up the challenge on this. But Sweet Pea, you're up next, unless Joe, you have anything else.
No, that is it.
All right, Sweet Pea, you are up.
Well, I don't think I can actually get a shot off this turn because I've got a move speed of 25, so I can. Well, these are 5-foot blocks.
They are 5. Yep.
I can just get out.
Don't forget, as a rogue, you can use a bonus action to dash, hide, or disengage. So you could move twice still.
In that case, I'm gonna dash in. Is that where the door is? Where's the door?
You're fine. It's right here.
Sweet. Okay, so I will dash. Let's say I'll dash to. I'll dash and use a little bit of my moves to get just there.
Okay.
And well, actually, I've not got line of sight, so I'm gonna have to go. If I dash and use all of my moves, essentially, I think I can get to there, right?
Yeah.
50 foot. and I'm just gonna use the power of Fiona's sunlight unknowingly, and I'm like, well, if one arrow works, I can solve this equation. I just go and shoot again.
All right.
So, what do I do? Tell me what to do, exactly what I need to do right now to make this happen.
So on your character sheet, I'm getting that pulled up so I can walk you through it. Kind of in the middle column of that, there's one that says short bow +1.
Yeah, I got it.
If you just click on that, it will roll an attack for you. There you go.
Great.
And that is a 14. So
sure misses.
That does not hit, but you also have bless, so you can just do /roll 1d4, and it might hit.
Ooh. So I say /1d.
/roll or /r.
/r 1d4. If this works, it'd be a miracle. Yep, didn't work. What do I actually type in?
Put a space in between the R.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I see.
Space in between the R and the D4.
That's on me.
Do I say 1d4 like that, like how I wrote it though? Yeah. Yeah. One! Yeah. Come on!
So that 15 is not going to hit. Do you
and
want
I say,
to
I
use
turn
no
to
favors?
everyone. I turn to everyone in the quick seconds I have and say, "It's unkillable. Let's go!"
Oh my goodness.
That's it. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move on.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Avon, you are up.
Okay. So who is after me? Because someone's about to get some inspiration.
Isn't it Fiona? After you.
What was that?
I see the turn order as Fiona, Eden, then Avon. I don't know if that's.
Yep.
I as well.
Yes.
So is it?
So it's
is it
Fiona's
me
turn.
rather than
It should.
Aiden?
It should be Fiona's turn.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Avon's on there twice. My bad. I did not. Thank you all. There we go.
Trying to get in that sneaky second turn.
I didn't know if you being turned into a sloth just moved you down the initiative.
No, but I see a chat. We do have sloth money.
There is sloth money.
So here's the question. Now, technically, wild shape is an action. Are we sticking to that rule, or are we going to kindly let it be a bonus action? I could spend some favors to have 2 actions.
Say bonus action.
I think with the outpouring of generosity that we have seen, we can make you turning into a sloth a bonus action. No problem there.
Because I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to do something else first. Okay.
Of course.
So, first, before anything else, I am going to reach my. I'm going to move. Just off to the side. Oh, sorry. Off to the side here, so that's just 5 feet of movement. And I am going to reach my hand up to the sky and say, by the power of the moon! And I'm going to throw a moonbeam right to where this. No, that's not the thing I want. Right onto the dragon. Right into like the 5 feet in the middle of him. And I'm going to cast this at a higher spell slot. I'm going to cast this as a level 4 spell. And I've also pulled out of my pocket, obviously, several seeds of a moon seed plant and a piece of opalescent feldspar. And I just rub them together. And then when I do by the power of the moon, I like throw it like it's glitter. So a silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, centered on a point within range, which is, I have 120-foot range, so it should be good, right in the middle of this dragon. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it will be engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain and will have to make a Constitution saving throw, so we can talk about all of that when if that happens. It will start its turn there, so that'll be
will.
good. And because I'm casting it at a higher level, the damage will increase by 2d10 if it takes damage. So that's set. We now have a moonbeam. And then I do another, like I'm about to meditate. And you would have thought that maybe this would look like watching someone transform into a werewolf, say in a movie like Harry Potter or something. But no, it's like as though you've blinked and suddenly Fiona's not there anymore. Instead, a giant sloth stands there with its horrible human-like face and its terrible claw nails. And it just slowly does the creepiest smile you've ever seen.
We're all like, oh,
that's awesome.
All of my armor and materials have been sort of like absorbed by the creature, except for my string of gems, which are gemstones, which you can still see. That's how you know it's me. Now so everyone knows, I have pulled up giant sloth stats. So I'm ready for my next turn to slowly make my way down and try and do a claw attack.
You're the real hero, Paula.
That's amazing.
So I am now just very slow. I'm just starting. Just until it's my turn again, you just see this one sloth paw slowly starting to move forward. It's slothin' time. That's my turn.
Oh, that's so great.
Actually have like a fairly decent movement, so we'll see how many turns it takes me to get down there. Okay.
All right.
This is great.
Eden, good luck topping that.
So I'm gonna move first, and Eden walks through the door, looks behind, and just sees giant sloth, and it's just slowly creeping up. It's just like, okay, and just creeps up behind this column, and looking at this dragon, Eden feels something deep down. So instead of attacking, I want to cast Zone of Truth and try to talk to this dragon real quick.
Okay.
So
I just imagine like pulling up a chair like Commander Riker style and be like, let's rap for a minute.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, Eden, this Zone of Truth, what it looks like is Eden takes what looks like just a bag of powdered sugar, and it's like a little satchel, and he just pegs it over at the dragon, and then you just see it kind of burst, and it kind of floats around this dragon, just kind of white and sparkling around, and just wants to talk. Just wants to ask, why are you protecting this orb?
I'm not protecting it. I'm trapped near it at all times. Its light singes my skin, and I simply need to escape.
Oh. Are you a nice dragon?
Yes.
I'm feeling real guilty about the searing ghostly flames it's about to be caught up in.
I know. I shot twice at this dragon, and I'm just like, well, crud.
The sloth smile starts to go.
I say, well, the merciful thing to do would be to kill it quickly.
Put it out of its misery.
Who said that?
I pointed the slother.
Yeah, we're just like, over there.
The slowest, sweet pea, happy blood.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. So how do you want to react to this information?
So, Mr. Dragon, if we let you free, are you? How do we unchain you from this orb?
The candles kept me in this crypt for eternity. Its light would never let me leave. Simply pass, and I will not eat anyone here.
So
blowing out the candles.
Yeah, about to say, like,
thing.
all right, yeah, about to say, let's just start blowing out candles. Like, I'm not fighting this dragon anymore.
All right. Yes.
I'll wait, but no, wait. I don't know about this. He said here. What happens if he gets out? There's people out there that are very, very tasty.
That's a good point.
Oh, that's right. Aven's still hungry.
And do an insight check on this dragon, if you don't mind, Aven. Because while it's in the zone of truth, potentially, if it would succeed a saving throw, it could lie to you.
Well, it said very specifically that it wouldn't eat anyone here.
It did, in fact.
I like those odds.
Yeah, I want Sweet Pea. I like those odds.
My insight is outside that room.
Would you like to use favors to reroll, or are you happy? Is ignorance bliss in the situation?
Yeah. I think we have a couple favors left. Y'all good with?
Do it.
Yeah.
We could just be really fun and be like, nah, they're telling the truth. Those kids will be fine.
That's a little better.
Okay.
One more time.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
One more time.
Yeah, make it rain those favors.
My wisdom ain't all that high.
Oh, it's rough. Yeah,
You got advantage on it as well when you use those favors. So a 16.
I'm thinking.
I think I know.
So you haven't probably dealt with a ton of dragons, and probably even fewer shadow dragons, but you do kind of recall that for just a second, those scales, instead of this deep, dark, shadowy black, had just a tinge of red to it. And based on your knowledge of red dragons especially, they will say anything needed to get out of a situation. They're intelligent, they are conniving, and most of all, they seek power. And being in this single room, by itself trapped, cannot expand its power.
I would treat this like you would talk to a lawyer.
We all go, oh yes, I see. We all nod, yes.
I haven't talked to many dragons, but I know that they're compared. Lawyers are a lot compared to red dragons, and I just have a weird feeling. That's not hunger talking.
All right. So as you'll have the information, even it's still technically you have your action in, but if you would like to converse anymore with the dragon, you are welcome to finish up that turn, and we can move on to Haven.
I think that's it. Oh, I guess okay. I'll use my extra. I have an extra attack. Can I use that to move further back just in case?
Yeah, of course. Okay. Sure.
You're like, oh, okay, bye.
I want to hang out.
Oh, come on, look what you've done.
Yeah. Give my boy Sweet Pea, you got this.
Sweet Pea. I casted Zone of Truth, but I think that dragon is lying, and he might hurt you next, so I'm gonna hide behind you.
Got it. I shout back to the original plan.
That dragon needs to go.
The sloth goes. Very slowly smiling again.
All right. Aven, it is now your turn.
Okay. So, Avon will. Like, so Avon's still on the ceiling, and they'll just walk from like outside the doorway just into the room.
You were on the ceiling. That's so creepy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's so creepy, says the giant sloth. Fantastic.
The giant smiling sloth in the corner.
I'm gonna make everyone see why sloths are horrifying.
I would like to cast a little bardic inspiration. On the sloth.
Okay.
Ooh.
Because anything to get that sloth a little stronger is going to be... We'll say the Lords of Chaos will be pleased, I think. So I'll do that for the sloth.
Absolutely.
Chaos sloth!
And I think that's a bonus action, so if you want to cast anything with an action or move or anything, you are welcome to. Or if you're just content where you're at, it also works.
I will move. I will... wait, where am I?
Move you. Make sure you're centered.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
1, 2, 3... What is my movement?
I think it's 30. Take a quick...
I think that's good. I can still, I could do that. I will
35.
stay right
You can move
there.
7 squares. Okay.
And... Where's...
I think if you want to cast a spell, you still can, or whatever makes you happy.
Let's try some... Phantasmal Killer. That one
there
looks
it is.
really fun.
Oh, yes. I was hoping you were going to pull that out. I love this spell. It's so great if it works.
If. Alright, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Killer. Oh, how many, it says what level? Oh gosh, what level do I cast this at?
50!
9! Alright.
You have a level 9 spell?
I don't think you have level 9, but I think for enough favors and as generous as chat has been...
Can I beef it with a favor? I don't know. It just has a drop-down menu.
Yeah, no, you're totally good. I'm just content with that. We will use up a bunch of favors to have you cast at level 9. No problem, see?
Nice.
Problem solved.
I've never played a bard before, so I'm a little gray on how to cast spells.
You are doing great. That's... All right, so we're going to try to do a wisdom saving throw on this dragon to see how this goes. And does not pass.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
So that would has it. You somehow tap into its nightmares, and this dragon isn't afraid of a lot of things, but it's afraid of the light and the containment it's had, and in its mind, you can kind of see it manifest and hear a rumbling. Since you cast the spell, you also see the effects, but you're cool with it because it's not your fear. Somewhere behind it, this box bursts open and this orb of light starts coming towards it and searing its skin. And the dragon thinks it's completely real, and it's just terrifying the creature. It lets out just this awful, deep growl. As Jillian heard Fantastic Killer, which Phantasmal Killer is a fantastic killer. And with it failing, and we use the level 9 spell and double damage, the poor dragon.
I just ripped a hole in its brain.
It just completely.
You literally made its head explode.
You killed it with fear. You scared it so much it thought it really died.
Well, at least we were kind to it in its final moments.
We gave it a fair death.
Aren't you thinking about things like lawyers? That didn't look like
Yeah.
With that, the dragon falls to the ground. The shadow section of it kind of fading away, leaving just this tiny. I mean, it's still large. It's like the size of a horse because it's still a dragon, but red dragon with its scales kind of tainted and just not fully there. But it is warm if you need to feed. That is completely fine.
Good job, Ovid. You literally blew its mind.
I'm a little full now, if that helps. Sorry. Sorry. Is the dragon body there, or is it like disappeared?
The dragon body itself is still there, but now it looks more like just a standard red dragon as the shadowiness kind of just seems to leave its body for a second and then just kind of fade away into the ether, just as it just gone. Just the shadows retreating, as it were.
Is it dragon alive, or is it like...
Oh no, it dead. You killed it.
You
okay,
ripped its
I'm just
brain
gonna
out.
drop from the ceiling and then onto its neck and just cuddle.
Ooh, dragon blood is like still fresh. It is grade A. All right.
Don't mind me. I think there's something stuck under this scale. Just don't look. Oh, it's so good. I mean, it's really in there.
This giant sloth is just very slowly making its way down the hall here.
Wow. I feel so bad. I didn't know it was gonna be like that killing-y.
Called Phantasmal Killer.
Yeah, it's called Phantasmal Killer. It's like one of the best like damage spells in the game. If that saving throw fails, it's really good.
Good to know. I'm really sad, actually. I wanted to see the sloth take it down.
I'm prepped with my claw attack. I haven't quite caught up to the situation yet.
Yeah.
Make my way.
Maybe there's like a Ganon level.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Just come back to life, second form.
Are we out of initiative now? Free to kind of just move around?
We are out of initiative. We are. You all, you did it. So inside this room, it becomes just completely just cavernous as opposed to a little confined before, with this finely worked flooring. Piles of gold just scattered throughout, as at some point this dragon had escaped potentially and has collected a large hoard of gold coins and other valuables. But what catches your eye the most is in the far back section of the room, a very shoddily made wooden box, almost like a hastily assembled crate. And from it within that, just light emanating from the cracks, pouring out, giving just enough light into the room that you can really make out. Even those of you, well, I guess with the daylight spell, it's kind of easy now, but.
Well, I have to wonder. Actually, did my torch with the daylight spell?
That is concentration in wood that would go out. Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It would have gone out when I think my
Moonbeam would have done it.
My moonbeam, is concentration, so that would have made the daylight
Yeah.
go away.
It didn't matter because the dragon was.
I was about to say, did the moonbeam come down on the red
Yeah, did that still happen?
I'll make the moonbeam go. The moonbeam, as soon as I get close enough and see that the dragon is dead, the moonbeam dissipates in a burst of glitter.
Oh, happier here points out that sloths have dark vision as it is. So, what a wise move.
The giant sloth is just very slowly making their way over to this pile of gold. And just in the slowest, movement ever, is just gonna shower themselves with gold.
Scrooge McSlothin.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I think the wooden chest catches my eye, so I'm gonna go over to it.
Oh well, it is unlocked, luckily, and full of more gold and gems.
Just gold and gems, nothing specific, or can I dig through it and actually look?
This chest, you can dig through that. That chest is just there for decoration. It was actually, this is what I was describing earlier.
That one.
And did a very poor job.
Did mean this one. Yeah, the one you were describing.
Yep. So within that box, you open it, and there lies another stone emanating light. And as you open the box, the entire room seems to fill up with light, and it looks very similar to the other stones you've already collected.
Eden grabs it while Sylvan's looking at the other chest. Super hot! Throws it to Sylvan again. It's the last
I catch it and I'm like, Eden! You take me for a fool! And I just put it in my bag.
All right.
Fill your pockets.
Fill up.
Yep, fill up, folks.
Go for everybody.
Fiona starts to turn back into herself, but whereas the first time you just like kind of blinked and the change had happened, the change back is not as quick. So it's a very slow,
horrific
shrinking, and like the worst part is that the face is the last thing to change, and even as it is changing, the uncanny valley kind of a sloth face in general mixed with this standard human face is that actually might be the nightmare that the dragon saw. That
this slow motion reverse Animorph, like, but just stuck in the middle frames.
I'm starting to see your point with sloths, so yeah. Okay.
Well, when she's back to herself, like, she has these tattoos. I don't know if you can see in her art, if you see, but she's got these like blue kind of swirl tattoos that start on her neck that would go down across her chest, and they're just like faintly kind of glowing because it's fun as she's like returned back to her body. And now she's like in real speed tossing coins. Should we turn all these orbs in?
I think we're done here. If I get another orb thrown at me, I'm seriously just gonna lose it.
Also, that dragon had me fooled for a minute. I definitely thought we had made a mistake attacking it.
Thought it was a nice dragon too. I'm glad Ava was hungry.
It didn't go to waste. That's the good thing.
It did not go to waste. We used every bit of that dragon.
That's right.
Back to the wizard. I think he promised us sandwiches.
He did promise us sandwiches. I'm hungry after all that fighting.
Now as well, yeah.
I say, cool, I'll see you back there, and I'm starting to fill like that coffin, filling it with gold, and I'm going to start to drag it out.
All right. So our wizard, his bright yellow robe, curly red hair, is so excited to see you, and once again has had his table cleared off, and with that, got you all another little puzzle. Oh, did I make it? Just making sure y'all can move these. Yep. Cool. Well, thank you for gathering these stones, and as you can see, our Knights of Chat has gathered the last two. Now, can we figure out how to put them all together to make this house enough of a place where all families can come?
I think we can do this.
All right. This one's not as tricky. All of you can move it.
All right. Well, this looks like a corner piece. Yep. This needs to go down a little bit. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
It won't be perfect. You guys are good.
And
no, it will be perfect.
It has to be perfect.
I don't know what you're talking about. It will be perfect.
You don't know what you're talking about.
That's right.
That's true. Oh, let's just. Hey, look, it's perfect now.
Ooh.
Wow.
That because Eerie, the jackalope owl, the jacka-owl, the owlalope, I'm working on it, flies over and more of that kind of like glitter from the moonbeam kind of spell kind of falls on it, and then oh my gosh, it looks so perfect.
It's complete.
It is. The stones come together and form into a large tablet with what appears to be a house emblazoned upon it. The edges of the tent rush away from the center, expanding the size of the once meager dwelling. A large, welcoming doorway forms facing the major thoroughfare just outside, allowing easy access to anyone who may need to rest their weary heads. A great hall begins to form with oversized and overstuffed chairs and couches surrounding a hearth that seems to always be at just the right temperature, while a stairwell that leads up to guest quarters with comfortable beds and all the comforts of home, and it just develops in front of your very eyes. The walls begin to push out, and a beautiful, full kitchen begins to form, where dinners can be made with love and shared, and victories can be celebrated as a group. The kitchen emits a subtle aroma of cinnamon and fresh baked cookies, and just a welcome reminder as a way that you can, when you're here, you're still at home. Additional rooms continue to appear.
That made me emotional.
I know, that's awesome.
Additional rooms appear, and the tent expands upwards. It's no longer just a simple tent. It becomes a house, and truly a home for those who need it. It'll never deny a family a place to stay due to lack of funds, and provides more than just a place to stay. It's going to provide home, community, and support for anyone who needs it. And of course, we all wish that it was as simple as collecting 6 stones and taking them to a wizard to make a house.
If only it was as simple as killing a dragon.
But it's not that easy. And the donations that you all have so incredibly generous donated, we've raised almost $800 during the stream by itself. And that goes to help all of these families and all these staff members. And cannot thank you all enough. Joe, Paula, Matthew, Monique, and Danny, you all made this such an incredible session. Thank you all so much for supporting, again, a charity that you all really have no ties to. And I just can't tell you how much that means to us all.
Thank you everyone in chat for donating, and thank you so much for running this. You did such a great job, so thank you so much. And for inviting us all, that really is amazing. Thank you so much.
I do want to give a big shout out to Basic Witch in the chat. She did such a good job of reaching out to people and finding the absolute perfect players for this game. This could not have been better, and it's to you all. So thank you all so much. We are going to take a brief hour or so break for Gamers and Gamers, and we're going to come back with our Golf with Your Friends tournament, where we're probably going to have golf with your former friends based on how this is going to go. And we have a full weekend planned. So thank you all so much. I'll let you all, if you have anything else to say, our amazing players, please do so.
But before we go, I don't like the number 799. It scares me. So I made it 800.
Right, that's
Thank you.
Thank you to everyone who joined us today and for supporting this amazing organization and for giving me sloth nightmares for the rest of my life. So thanks, I guess, for making me do that. No, really, it's incredibly, I'm very moved by everyone's generosity, so thank you. And thank you for having, y'all are the best. This was so fun to play with all of you, so thank you.
Yeah, totally agree. This was a blast. I appreciate the invite and hope to do it again sometime. This was super fun, and anything that gives to a good cause, I'm all about it.
And Donald, thank you so much for GMing too. That was a
yes,
blast with all the
wonderful
puzzles.
Job. Kudos to an amazing GM.
And for letting me twist at least 2 of my spells to be what I wanted
Almost
them to be.
all of the rules.
I basically made up my druid rules.
They're not rules, they're guidelines. That's the beauty of tabletop role-playing games. It's not set in stone. We can do what we want and just have fun.
There you go, and we did.
And you all did such a great job.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hornus says what rules. So we'll go and end our stream here. Thank you all so much again, and we will hopefully see you all in about an hour.
Stick around, everyone.